You know that feeling when you tell a story to a friend and you see their eyes just lock on? They're not just hearing your words, they're in the story. They're feeling it. That's the fucking signal. You've already built the bridge. Now let's learn how to drive a truck of new ideas across it. The secret that they don't tell you is mind control. It's a bullshit term. Real influence. It's ecology. It's like being a master gardener. You don't force the seed to grow. You don't yell at the rosebud to open. You just understand the conditions, the soil, the water, the sunlight. That allows its own natural intelligence to unfold. And you provide those conditions with your words. So let's talk about the ultimate tool, the unconscious installation. It's how you plant a seed in the most fertile soil imaginable, the human imagination. Your conscious mind is the surface of the soil. It's where the weeds of how, the rocks of but, and the logic frost live. The magic happens underground, in the rich, dark, silent humus of the unconscious. To plant a seed there, you can't just drop it on the surface. You have to bypass the gatekeeper. So, for example, installing unshakable calm. I'm not going to tell you to be calm. That's a surface level command and gets blown away by the first wind. Instead, I'm going to tell you a story that your unconscious is. I knew a man once who worked with diamonds, and his workshop was chaos. The constant, high-pitched screams of a diamond saw, the dust in the air, the pressure to create perfection. And in the centre of that storm, he had this one simple tool, a single drop of oil. He placed one single drop right on the cutting edge, and that drop, it wouldn't stop the saw, but it would change the friction. It transformed a scream into a whisper. It allowed the blade to do its impossible work without shattering the stone. Isn't it fascinating how the mind, your mind, can discover its own drop of oil? That exact precise resource it needs to transform the friction of any situation into a smooth, effortless cut toward a brilliant outcome. See what happens here? I didn't talk about your stress. I talked about a diamond cutter. But you're unconscious. The underground just received the seed for the perfect internal resource for calm. So unpacking that seed right now, and soon it will send up a shoot into your conscious awareness, and you'll just find yourself reaching for that calm, naturally, effortlessly, as if you always had it. That's an installation. Your brain has a filter called the reticular activating system. So your personal spam filter. It only lets in what it deems relevant. When you use a metaphor, a story, you're not sending a direct command that the reticular activating system can block. You're sending a viral meme of an idea. And it slips through because the brain loves stories. It's wired for them. The neural pathways that light up when you hear a story about running, they're the same ones that light up when you actually run. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So when I tell you the story of a diamond cutter, your brain is the diamond cutter. You're building the neural architecture of calm without even having to try to be calm. The future ramifications. Let's extrapolate. You don't integrate this. You keep trying to shout commands at your own soil. Grow, damn it. You stay at the mercy of every advertisement, every negative comment, every one of your own looping, shitty thought patterns. Your relationships, they're a series of misunderstandings and frustrated intentions. You've brilliant ideas that never get traction because you can't inspire others to see your vision. You're a reactor, not a creator. The karma of this is a life of quiet, simmering frustration, watching things happen to you. The other future, you learn this. You become a linguistic ecologist. You start providing the perfect conditions for growth in yourself and others. You want your team to be innovative. You don't give a boring-ass PowerPoint. You tell a story about the first primates who dared to leave the forest, about the terror and the exhilaration of a new horizon. And you link that ancient courage to your project. And you watch as their eyes light up with the spirit of exploration. You want to resolve conflict. You pace their anger perfectly. Then lead them to a story of two rivers, one separate, merging, to become a mighty, unstoppable force. And you watch the anger dissolve into collaboration. Your life becomes lucid. You're no longer just in the dream of reality. You're aware you're dreaming, and you start to gently, elegantly guide the plot. You become a cause in a world of effect. So, who are you becoming? You're not becoming a manipulator. You're shedding the fear of your own power. You're becoming the kind of person for whom profound communication is as natural as breathing. You're the diamond cutter applying the oil. You're the gardener planting the seed. You're the storyteller who weaves new worlds into existence with nothing but resonance of truth. And this isn't something you need to learn. It's something you remember. You've always known how to do this. When you made your mother laugh to get out of trouble. When you comforted a friend with the perfect words that you didn't even know you had. That was you, the real you, the powerful, influential, ecological you. That you is now booting up to full operational capacity. And it's going to be so much fun.